What if I told you that the food sitting in your kitchen right now could be slowly starving cancer cells without you even knowing it? Scientists have discovered specific compounds in everyday foods that cut off the blood supply cancer needs to grow. In the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly which foods have this power and how to use them starting today. Cancer is one of the biggest health concerns for people over 60, and I know how scary that can be. Maybe you've lost someone close to cancer, or perhaps you're trying to do everything you can to prevent it yourself. The good news is that researchers have spent decades studying how certain foods can actually fight cancer at the cellular level. These aren't magic cures, but they are powerful tools backed by real science that can work alongside your healthy lifestyle to protect your body. Today, we're diving into 5 food hacks that have been shown in scientific studies to starve cancer cells naturally. These are simple strategies you can start using immediately, and they don't require expensive supplements or complicated meal plans. Everything I'm sharing with you comes from peer-reviewed research, and I'll explain exactly how each hack works in your body. Let's get started with the first one. Food hack number 1, the garlic power move. Garlic isn't just for keeping vampires away. This humble bulb is actually one of the most powerful cancer-fighting foods on the planet. Here's what makes garlic so special. When you crush, chop, or chew raw garlic, it releases a compound called allicin. This compound has been shown in multiple studies to stop cancer cells from multiplying and even trigger their death through a process called apoptosis. But here's the hack most people miss. You can't just throw whole garlic cloves into your cooking and expect the full benefits. The magic happens when you damage the garlic cells. So here's what you need to do. Take fresh garlic cloves and crush them or mince them finely. Then, and this is crucial, let them sit for 10 minutes before you cook with them. During those 10 minutes, the allicin fully forms and becomes stable enough to survive cooking. Research from the Iowa Women's Health Study found that women who regularly ate garlic had a 41% lower risk of colon cancer. Another study showed that people who consumed raw garlic at least twice a week had a 44% lower risk of developing lung cancer. These are significant numbers we're talking about. Now, I know raw garlic can be pretty intense. If you're new to eating raw garlic, start small. Add 1 crushed clove to your salad dressing or mix it into hummus. You can also spread crushed garlic on whole grain toast with a little olive oil. As you get used to the taste, work your way up to 2 or 3 cloves per day. Your taste buds will adapt and your cells will thank you. The reason garlic works so well against cancer has to do with how it affects cancer cell metabolism. Cancer cells need a lot of energy to grow rapidly, and they create this energy differently than normal cells. Garlic compounds interfere with this process, essentially cutting off the fuel supply. At the same time, garlic helps your immune system identify and destroy abnormal cells before they can become a problem. Food hack number 2, the berry breakfast strategy. Let's talk about berries, specifically the dark ones. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries contain powerful compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give berries their deep colors, and they're absolute warriors against cancer cells. Here's what the research shows. Anthocyanins work through a process called anti-angiogenesis. Now, that's a big word, so let me break it down. Angiogenesis is how your body creates new blood vessels. Normally, this is a good thing, but cancer cells hijack this process to create their own blood supply so they can grow and spread. The compounds in berries literally starve cancer cells by preventing them from building these new blood vessels. A study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that black raspberries were particularly effective at reducing the number of tumors in animal studies by up to 60%. Human studies have shown similar promise, with berry consumption linked to lower rates of several cancer types, including breast, colon, and esophageal cancers. Here's the hack. Eat a cup of mixed berries first thing in the morning, every single morning. Make it non-negotiable, just like brushing your teeth. The reason breakfast is so important is that your body has been fasting overnight and your cells are primed to absorb nutrients. When you flood your system with these cancer-fighting compounds, first thing, you give them maximum impact, but there's a bonus trick here. Freeze your berries. Frozen berries are often more affordable, they last longer, and studies show that freezing doesn't significantly reduce their nutritional value. In fact, because berries are frozen at peak ripeness, they sometimes contain more antioxidants than fresh berries that have been sitting on a shelf for days. Throw frozen berries into your oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or just eat them straight from the freezer like a healthy ice cream. The polyphenols in berries also help reduce inflammation throughout your body. Chronic inflammation is like kindling for cancer. It creates an environment where abnormal cells can thrive. By eating berries daily, you're helping to cool down that inflammatory fire and create an environment where cancer cells struggle to survive. Before we continue, I'd love to know who's watching today. Drop your age in the comments below. Don't worry, age is just a number, and it's never too late to start taking control of your health. Let me know how old you are, and let's build a community of people who are serious about healthy aging. Food hack number 3, the turmeric golden paste protocol. Turmeric has been used in traditional medicine for thousands of years, but modern science has now confirmed what ancient healers knew all along. This bright yellow spice contains a compound called curcumin, which is one of the most studied anti-cancer substances in the world. Curcumin works through multiple pathways to fight cancer. It reduces inflammation, acts as a powerful antioxidant, interferes with cancer cell signaling, and triggers cancer cell death. Studies have shown that curcumin can affect more than 100 different pathways inside cells. That's remarkable when you think about it. One natural compound influencing so many processes that keep us healthy. But here's the problem. Curcumin is notoriously difficult for your body to absorb. You could eat turmeric all day long and only absorb a tiny fraction of its benefits. This is where the hack comes in, and it's a game changer. Make what's called golden paste. Here's how you do it. Mix 1/4 cup of turmeric powder with half a cup of water in a small pot. Stir it over low heat until it forms a thick paste, about 7 to 10 minutes. Then, and this is the critical part, stir in 1½ teaspoons of freshly ground black pepper and 1/4 cup of coconut oil or olive oil. The black pepper contains piperine, which increases the absorption of curcumin by 2,000%. Yes, you heard that right, 2,000%. The oil is also essential because curcumin is fat soluble, meaning it needs fat to be absorbed into your bloodstream. Store this golden paste in a glass jar in your refrigerator and take 1 teaspoon twice a day. You can stir it into warm milk for a golden latte, add it to soups and stews, spread it on toast, or even just eat it straight off the spoon. Start with a smaller amount if you're new to turmeric, as it can be quite warming and might upset sensitive stomachs at first. Research from MD Anderson Cancer Center found that curcumin could stop the growth of melanoma cells and slow the spread of breast cancer cells. Another study showed it could enhance the effectiveness of chemotherapy while protecting healthy cells from damage. While we're not saying turmeric replaces medical treatment, it's a powerful addition to a cancer prevention lifestyle. Food hack number 4, the cruciferous veggie sulforaphane boost. Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and kale. These vegetables belong to the cruciferous family, and they contain some of the most potent cancer-fighting compounds known to science. The star player here is called sulforaphane, and it's especially concentrated in broccoli sprouts. Sulforaphane works by activating your body's own detoxification systems. Think of it as turning on your cellular cleaning crew. It helps your body eliminate potential carcinogens before they can damage your DNA. It also directly targets cancer stem cells, which are the cells responsible for cancer growth and recurrence. This is huge because many cancer treatments struggle to eliminate these stem cells. Studies from Johns Hopkins University found that sulforaphane reduced the incidence of tumors in animals by 60 to 80%. Human studies have shown that people who eat cruciferous vegetables regularly have significantly lower rates of prostate, breast, lung, and colon cancers. Now here's the hack that makes all the difference. Raw or lightly steamed cruciferous vegetables contain the most sulforaphane, but your body needs a specific enzyme called myrosinase to convert the precursors in these vegetables into active sulforaphane. This enzyme is destroyed by high heat. So if you're boiling your broccoli to death, you're losing most of the benefits. Instead, Do this. Steam your cruciferous vegetables for no more than 3 to 4 minutes. They should still be bright green and slightly crunchy. Even better, eat some of them raw. Add raw broccoli florets to salads. Munch on raw cauliflower with hummus, or massage chopped kale with lemon juice for a raw kale salad. But here's the ultimate hack. Add mustard powder to your cooked cruciferous vegetables. Mustard powder contains myrosinase, which can help restore the enzyme that cooking destroys. Just sprinkle a little mustard powder on your cooked broccoli or Brussels sprouts, and you'll increase the sulforaphane availability significantly. For maximum benefit, aim to eat at least 1 serving of cruciferous vegetables every single day. Rotate through different types to get a variety of beneficial compounds. Your cells will use these compounds to repair damage, eliminate toxins, and keep abnormal cells from gaining a foothold. Food hack number 5, the green tea timing technique. Green tea has been celebrated in Asian cultures for centuries, and Western science has now caught up to understand why. Green tea contains powerful antioxidants called catechins, with the most important one being EGCG, which stands for epigallocatechin gallate. EGCG has been shown to kill cancer cells while leaving healthy cells unharmed. Research has found that EGCG works through multiple mechanisms. It inhibits an enzyme that cancer cells need to grow. It prevents the formation of new blood vessels that feed tumors. It protects your DNA from damage. And it enhances your immune system's ability to recognize and destroy cancer cells. The evidence is so strong that EGCG is now being studied as a potential cancer drug in concentrated form. A large Japanese study followed over 40,000 adults for 11 years and found that women who drank 5 or more cups of green tea daily had a 23% lower risk of dying from any cause, with particularly strong protection against cancer. But here's where most people get it wrong. They make green tea with boiling water and destroy many of the beneficial catechins in the process. The hack is all about temperature and timing. Boil your water, then let it cool for about 10 minutes until it reaches around 170 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a thermometer, just wait until the water stops bubbling. Then steep your green tea for 3 to 5 minutes. This temperature range maximizes the extraction of EGCG while preserving its potency. Drink 3 to 5 cups throughout the day, but here's an important detail. Drink it between meals, not with meals. The compounds in green tea can interfere with iron absorption, which is especially important for seniors who may already be at risk for anemia. By drinking your green tea an hour before or 2 hours after meals, you get all the cancer-fighting benefits without compromising your nutrition. Another tip is to add a squeeze of lemon to your green tea. Studies show that citrus juice increases the absorption of catechins by up to 13 times. The vitamin C in lemon juice helps stabilize these compounds and makes them easier for your body to use. If you're sensitive to caffeine, you can still get benefits from green tea. Either choose decaffeinated versions, which retain most of the catechins, or drink your green tea earlier in the day. Some people find that the amino acid L-theanine in green tea actually promotes calm alertness rather than the jittery feeling coffee can cause. Now that you know these 5 food hacks, let's talk about how to incorporate them into your daily routine. The key is consistency. These foods work best when you eat them regularly over time, not just occasionally. Think of them as part of your long-term health insurance policy. Start your day with that cup of berries we talked about. Have them with your breakfast or blend them into a smoothie with some greens. Mid-morning, enjoy your first cup of properly brewed green tea. For lunch, include a big serving of lightly steamed or raw cruciferous vegetables with a sprinkle of mustard powder. Use your golden paste in your cooking or stir it into an afternoon beverage. And make sure every dinner includes crushed garlic, either in your cooking or in your salad dressing. These aren't difficult changes, but they do require intentionality. The beautiful thing is that as these habits become automatic, you'll find yourself naturally craving these foods. Your taste buds adapt, and your body starts recognizing what makes it feel good. It's also important to remember that no single food is a magic bullet. Cancer is complex, and prevention requires a multifaceted approach. These 5 food hacks work best as part of an overall healthy lifestyle that includes regular physical activity, stress management, good sleep, and avoiding known carcinogens like tobacco and excessive alcohol. But what you put on your plate every day matters more than most people realize. Every time you eat, you're either feeding disease or fighting it. You're either promoting inflammation or reducing it. You're either giving cancer cells what they need to grow or starving them of resources. With these 5 food hacks, you're choosing to fight back with every bite. The science behind these strategies is solid. Thousands of studies have been conducted on these foods and their compounds. While we can't guarantee that any food will prevent cancer entirely, we can say with confidence that these dietary patterns are associated with significantly lower cancer rates and better overall health outcomes. One final thought. If you're currently undergoing cancer treatment or have a history of cancer, please talk to your oncologist before making major dietary changes. While these foods are generally safe and beneficial, your doctor needs to know everything you're doing to support your health. Some compounds can interact with medications, and your medical team should be your partner in creating the best plan for you. You have more power over your health than you might think. The choices you make today, the foods you put on your plate, the habits you build, all of these create the foundation for your future. Cancer cells might be scary, but armed with the right knowledge and the right foods, you can create an environment in your body where they struggle to survive. Remember those 5 hacks. Crush your garlic and let it sit. Eat berries every morning. Make and use golden paste. Steam your cruciferous vegetables lightly and add mustard. Brew your green tea at the right temperature and drink it between meals. These simple strategies, practiced consistently, can make a real difference in your health. If you found this information valuable, do me a favor and subscribe to this channel. We're building a community of people who believe that healthy aging is possible and that the right information can change lives. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us on this journey toward better health. Your future self will thank you for taking action today.